What's up? Good evening, good night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rio here on behalf of the Black Dollars Media. Keep on pushing podcast, and we here live. I got my co-host, my dog Kai, and we have a
What's that?
special
What's that?
guest co-host with me this evening, Mr. Tony Bruce, representing Tony Bruce TV
What's up? What's up?
Bruce in the building.
in the motherfucking building. Coming to chop it up with the gang tonight, man. Bruce, since you the special guest just coming there, you want to shout out the people, let them know what you do, what you got going on, just to introduce yourself.
All right, well, I'm Tony Bruce. I'm a songwriter, producer, graphic designer, right up here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you want to catch, read any more content about me, whatever, catch me on Tony Bruce TV on Instagram and YouTube. Outside of that, I'm just living Rio, adapting
good,
what
right?
I need to and keep pivoting. Yeah, you know how it go.
Yeah, man. I asked Bruce to come through and just chop it up with us tonight. There ain't really no special thing going on. He's just gonna chop it up with the guys, and we just gonna express our ideas, and let's see if we can't build and just have a good time tonight with the keep on pushing family and keep on pushing community.
Yeah,
So Bruce, being that you a guest on our show, man, if you want to go ahead and kickstart us, jump us off with your topic tonight, just introduce what you wanted with how you're feeling, and we'll go from there.
My topic, pretty much wanted to ask y'all, why do y'all feel like music is the way it is, like as far as the quality? You think it's by accident, or you think it was, systematically manufactured to reduce the quality of the music?
How do you feel? And then we'll jump off of what you say.
Okay, well, of course, I feel like it was, systematically done like that, for the reason of control, and more so not even just control with the music, but more so control is like us as a consumer. So I think that it was manufactured by people that have their hands or ties in like the prison system, the education system, and of course music. But that's a topic for another day. But that's kind of how I feel about it. I feel it was systematically manufactured to lower the frequency on the music.
So when I think about music and what it means to me and how I look at the outlook of what's happening and what's going to go on in the future, is a few things. So first things first, a lot of things that we consider low quality in music, I really don't agree with, because there's always been your whack rapper. There's always been somebody that you would say their music has maybe not that much substance in it. Which, right. I mean, that's just hand in hand. You can't have how you gonna know you got a good artist if you don't have a bad artist? How you gonna have your Nas if you don't have your Vanilla Ice? Like, you have to have it. It has to have balance. That is my biggest concern with what is happening with hip hop nowadays, is that it's out of balance.
Exactly.
You have too much of one thing that's driving the ship, as opposed to back in the day, you had a nice little, you had something for everybody that was being marketed to the mainstream. Now they tell you that, well, you have a lot, it's all on Spotify and iTunes, just go look for it. Well, I mean, that's easy to say, but that's not how humans operate. If you don't put it in their face, they're not going to really move to it. So the powers that be will not put the conscious music in front of you, because it's going to force you to think about what's going on generally, and that's just a way that they can control you.
Right. Yeah, definitely, taking it back for sure, stemming from that. But what really ain't making it no easier nowadays is the cash grab. Like, people is just like, it's the money. You know what I'm saying? The internet, it's like a gift and a curse. Like, you got all these platforms, so easy, so accessible to put your product out. You know what I'm saying? But most of the product nowadays that's selling is far out of touch from some conscious, hip hop, so to say. You know, because hip hop ain't even always been about necessarily negativity. You know, you had your Sugar Hill gangs, and then NWAs them come on the scene, and then that's why I think that systematic shit starts rolling in. You know,
Mhm.
when you getting into that type of era with the gangster rap, so to say, which you know, like sex, violence, shit like that. That shit's going to sell all day versus
All
some
day.
Jesus. You know,
So
but
why do you think that? Why do you think that the sex, the violence, that's more profitable as opposed to I'm gonna say this artist's name, but not just trying to single him out, but like a common type artist.
right, like a subconscious rapper, like the Most Def
Yeah,
style, all them boy. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, just to be raw, like as humans, we are like naturally like animals too. You know what I'm saying? Like we taught the use a fork to eat with our hand, not eat with our hands, stuff like that. We naturally like raw shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you live a regular basic life, you know that shit just is just born. The appeal, it's the appeal, it's the adventure. You know what I'm saying? Of all that wild shit, what really
right.
draws things in because most people don't live like that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got the music that
Right.
can appeal to some people who are in it, but a lot of people are just intrigued. Furthermore, because they so far fetched from that shit, like, and it amazes them that this is real life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like when you get tragic events that happen, I'll say tragic. Some people can go against the grain because of what this art stood for. I'm talking about like a King Von, like King Von death. You know what I'm saying? Happened, and it was a lot of feelings spread out around, like to where it's like some people felt like, you know, it's like, man, a real one gone. His music is so real. Everything he talked about was for real, minus the said actual storytelling stuff that he just doing for rap. But everything else, you know, when if you know Vaughn, you know what going on. A lot of
Right.
people glorify that, but in the same sense, you know, some other people really sitting there taking like, damn, like this is wild. This is a true story. You know what I'm saying? This kid really was just doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? And you
Mhm.
got some other people just feel like that's everyday life. You know? And then so kind of with that, with the whole everyday life, the guys who feel like just like him, they can go and try to rap and get a check just the same damn way, you know?
Right.
So now
Mhm.
the actions ain't changing and they still chasing after the cash, like, you know, it's just fuck.
Right. And then they'd be
Anything you would
chasing
like?
after the kid. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, man.
No, I was about to say anything you want to add to that, Bruce.
Oh, I was saying, to add on to both of y'all points, like Rio, what you were saying, yeah, definitely. That's why it may seem like, the quality of music has went down due to the balance. It lacks balance. And what you were saying, Kai, yeah, definitely. They when they see the people that's making money, is this is what they talking about, so they feel like, okay, that's what I got to talk about to get my bread too. So, it's
Hey,
just like a perpetual cycle. So I agree with both of y'all. So basically, what y'all saying is it was systematic.
Got a question for you. So if you took away all of the gangster rap,
Right.
what impact do you think that would have to the music or to our culture, to hip hop culture?
But see, I don't think you can get rid of the gangster rap. I go back to the balance. Like you need both sides of the coin. It's just that people only glorifying like one side of the coin. They're not even telling you about what happened on the other side. On the flip side, whenever you try to live this shit you talking about all the time, every day, it has certain consequences to if you decide you want to live like that and you really ain't like that. Um, that's kind of my take
yeah,
on that right there.
yeah, I feel it just turns into the cycle of the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
But yep, like I said, man, just extra. We gonna take away from the ones who just ain't even on the gangster tip. Those who just will like go against their morals and just look like a complete jackass for fame. You know, the cash grabs that also kills the quality as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker get on and just kind of create a satire just for the sake of. It's not even like their satire. It's not even like something, you know, that they just kind of being and they making it work. They purposely just try to make something up that's like a viral video. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
instead of
Right,
just being
right.
a video or two, they create a whole person. You know what I'm saying?
So like
Make a movie.
the way that it was broken down to me coming up in the game, it was like it was compared to a Hollywood movie. Like,
Right.
you're able to go to a movie where they have explosions and shootouts and all of this and that and the third, and you're able to watch that movie and leave it right there with the movie. But for some reason, when it's hip hop, rap, the listener wants to embody what they hear in the music and take it to real life when it's not for that. It's supposed to be a release. You
Mm-hmm.
put on the Ice T CD and you you live that life through him. Just like you go to a Arnold Schwarzenegger movie and you live being a commando through him. And I think that somewhere, I mean, I don't know. I wish I did know because then I would be a psychologist. But somewhere in there, there's a disconnect with us, the way we consume our culture, as opposed to the way that we consume other medias within the culture. Too, we take this
Right?
shit too serious.
Mm-hmm.
It do because see what happened is these people, these artists, more or less in the rap game, like they blow up off of said street cred, reputation, like real life, matching up to what they saying. That's so and different. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
goddamn, when it come down to that, like that's a real person. Like even though they might got a nickname or something like that, but that's a real person doing the music. It's all is in that in the movies as actors. You know what I mean? So I just feel
Right.
like it's just easier to try to follow up with thinking that this artist, even though you got these rappers who rap about shit they really not, it's still easier to follow up with that bullshit than like okay, Steven Spielberg put this together. You know what I mean? For me to think
I
about
guess
it
you're
and
saying
be
because
entertained.
we can touch the rapper, like we can be in the vicinity
Yeah,
of this
you can say,
person, but I'll
Right,
never
right,
be,
right.
yeah,
I'll
it's
never
a lot
be
talk through the music. Like
around
back in the
Rambo.
day, yeah, you look at shit like take it back to what them Temptation days, them boy making songs about they real lives type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Them boy say on the 3rd of September, he give you a specific date, like you know what I mean, some shit like you know.
Yeah. That's
But
what
with
I
that
think. Like
actor,
you kind of need that. Like you kind of need the gangster rap too, because even though it may be too much of the one side of the coin, but they are giving you truths of what it's like to live in certain communities. And sometimes you kind of need to shed light on that, and the only way you can shed light on that a lot of times is through the music.
right.
Where do you think the hip hop has always been competitive,
Mm-hmm.
but where is the split in our community coming from with the conscious rap and the gangster side of it? Why is there such a split with that? And why isn't our community seeing the need for both?
Shit, I really feel like if this shit was set up to be all systematic, them boy plan is just going as fucking accords. Like this shit already deep into the mass appeal of that this where this shit at. Like back when you had the NWAs and shit, you still kind of had a little goddamn it's coming off a little Run DMC type motherfucking raps going along with the gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? But then that Eazy shit just took over every fucking thing. You got the Tupacs and that shit game over. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But see,
Tupac
even an artist
himself,
like Tupac was able to do both.
he was. It's crazy because like to him,
you can't call him one dimensional.
Yeah, it's like
no,
his
he
background.
definitely.
He had that background in that art school, and then he was writing poetry. So like he kind of made sure he had a substance, and then he had like a music background to him. So he had that's kind of like it bleed over to the singing and the performers now. Like they don't really have that time. You have to have that 10,000 hours or whatever that saying go, but a lot of them don't put in the time. They just go viral. Like Kyle was saying, they go viral real quick, and all of a sudden you got a rap career, but you ain't never sat down and really had to craft something or study the art or figure out how you can really become an artist. You just had a little quick spot of fame, and and it's trickled down from there.
And then those people, they take the cash grab, they sign themselves into these deals, and that's how you got the puppets. Yeah. They got to continue up that act. You know what I'm saying?
So the bad contract has always been around. Like, I mean, that's part of that is the music industry.
Yeah.
But that shit even easier now, though. You know what I'm saying? That shit just even easier for motherfuckers to throw themselves into it.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do we stop walking into the trap? Like, what will it take for? I mean, I'm an artist. Bruce, you're an artist. Kai, you're not actually an artist, but you've been around it. You love it, and
Yep.
you're going to be a great executive whenever the shit pop off.
Right.
What is it going to take for us to for it to change? Like what can happen to bring the balance back to the game? Because I mean, if the new artists that's coming up aren't going to adapt that thought process, there's only so much old head can do before they run their course.
Right.
And you know, in this game, you know, we have short lifespans in hip hop, which is another topic. But
Yeah.
what can be done?
Like I said, I mean, shit though. Like you got people who take the independent route, you know, because there is some bodies of work out there that actually is with the positivity for, you know, and it's just honestly, man, it come down to like where the shift in the world. Like the world really is a whole different place now. You know what I mean? From when hip hop starting out, and even at that part of the evolution from starting with gangster rap, that shit even changed so much more to where like I ain't got the answer, but I'm sure it takes something drastic, you know, some drastic change of events to where it getting back to the said positivity or just creativity, I'll say, you know, because it ain't even always about like he said, you gotta have some of that shit, that gangster shit out there, motherfucker, telling you about what's for real, not encouraging that lifestyle, but you know what I'm saying, the awareness, like, you know, because some motherfuckers is a product of the environment, shit, you know, like shit just gotta be out there. But I just think, man, like, because a lot of the world, I think, matter of fact, I put like this right here, like hip hop rap had got so strong and got such a voice that it speaks where we are at in the world, and that shit speaking all that shit, and that shit damn shows the truth. Like motherfuckers is really on the shit that is being rapped about right now, so to say, or what is drawing in, you know, the mass appeal. And yeah,
I would say culturally,
yeah, culturally, you know, culturally,
African Americans, we shape
strong,
what
you know
happens.
what I'm
We definitely,
like,
you know, call the shots that way. But is that enough? Like, are you happy with that? Are you happy with just, you know, being culturally the tastemaker? Like, I mean, you know, what does that do for African Americans generationally? Yeah, you know, you put on a shirt and everybody want to put the shirt on after you, but what else?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know, bro. That shit gonna take. I put that right here. I mean, the people I feel that just fed up, really don't want to face that type of shit. They gotta stick to those like independent artists or those other artists that just on that shit. You just gotta just be on what you on. You know what I'm saying? Dismiss the Chiefs keeps and everything else over there that just ain't making sense to you, is with the hooligan shit, whatever the fuck, and go and just keep your comments and your tape decks and shit like that. You know. Like, just don't fuck with it. Like, you just got, like, how you just talk about, like, we was talking briefly, you know what I'm saying, about basketball. You know, you like them Bulls or whatever. Because of how the Bulls are playing with the franchise and everything, man, you ain't much want to deal with the sport itself. You know what I mean?
Right? I don't.
Yeah,
you ain't feeling that shit at all. You just, you focus on football, or you ain't, maybe you didn't even find a replacement. Just, that shelf is empty now. Basketball was it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely don't. No.
It gets like that with music, because there's other people like I hear conversations about rock isn't where it's at, where it used to be, and you're not at where that shit used to be. Opera is like non-existent. You know what I'm saying?
R&B is neo soul, all that stuff.
Like, man, what R&B? The cool thing is R&B, but all I'm saying is like,
well, I don't know now. I'll say this: female R&B still has a presence, because you have women like SZA, Summer Walker, and some other names that that's doing a thing. Yeah. But as far as the men, I don't see it. I don't see it on our end. We're not. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think the only person out there was like Chris Brown or some shit.
That's probably about it.
I couldn't answer that question. I couldn't
I
even say
don't
Well,
want nobody else singing.
but yeah, man, I just feel like goddamn with that music, with that shit, like it's just like I just think as a whole, it's something that a lot of people just gonna have to just do away with it, or they're gonna have to get out there and make them some content to try to do better,
Yeah.
But this shit shows where this shit is at, though.
Damn, so
Like for real.
hip hop is really dead. It's to the point now to where you have to like just say, well, fuck it. I just have to check. I can't fuck with this shit no more because it's not going to change. It's not going to be. So
Yeah, because see,
fuck it. Find something else
any
to do.
I feel like an artist that can receive what you saying very well, like who's on the same shit, the more taking the indie route. You probably fuck with their shit or whatever, but you probably ain't gonna hear because they're taking the indie route. And you gotta really go like on these lesser platforms, like it can't always be on all the mainstream shit. So it's like you just gonna have to dig deep and stick to the guys who still rapping about who got substance, Like for instance, me, like bro, you know me, I shout this out every time. Starlito, my favorite rapper, dog. Like I don't really have a problem about too much of these other weak ass rappers. Like my dog was still in the cut doing his thing and he got much bodies of work that shit. I'll just keep listening to them shit,
Yeah,
Right.
People like 1,000 people like that, 1,000 people that really rock with you, willing to spend like $8 to $10 a month, something like that, man. I'm just saying,
Right.
you don't need millions of people, to kind of make you a good living, a better living than working at a 9 to 5 or whatever the case may be. But it's
So we
all
might
like
just have to change. We have to change our perspective of what a hit is, what success is, because the times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you're going to subject yourself to, I mean, I'm being so negative of the artists that are out doing their thing, but I mean, what are they doing so bad? Talking about sex, like what? What like that is music. Like everything is about trying to get to your lover. Maybe they do it in a less crass way, but
see, I feel like even you right now, you speaking more from because you are an artist, you know what I'm saying? You someone who done who do that shit. So that's where I feel like your frustration coming from with that shit. But like just playing as a listener, like it's gonna be like I say, a lot of these artists is just fall into that systematic trap.
Right.
Like some of them boys just don't even they don't even understand that shit. They don't even know that they don't know.
Like most listeners don't even love music like artists do. They just casual. It's just casuals.
Whatever's in the background playing.
Right.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? And now these platforms, you got like something like a TikTok video that goes viral and it's got like some song snippet shit. People just listening to the shit because it's that song from the Funny Guy video, whatever shit like that is a thing now, like heavy.
And then they'll try to have a show for them, but then the show will be empty because a lot of times you can't equate those those vanity metrics or the social media metrics to like people actually
ticket
come
sales.
up, show up to your show.
Right.
Well, any other thing before we move on to the next topic, fellas?
That's pretty much it. Like hip hop, motherfucking dead. Can't do nothing about it. They just can't do nothing.
It's fucking over. If you out here talking about you got a message to your shit, nigga, hang that shit up.
You better rap that shit in some gangster shit.
Yep. Period.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when MC Hammer had his little gangster phase?
Some shit like that. I done heard about it. You know me, that's like a little step in my ear and shit. But yeah, I done heard about MC getting down.
Come to find out, that was probably more the truth. His gangster phase was probably the more true Hammer than the other shit that he came out with. It's the crazy part.
Hell yeah. You're probably right though. For real, I can see that shit.
I'm gonna say Hammer will fuck you up for talking shit, boy.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I heard it from a Redman interview. Redman was like, man, Hammer had approached him about talking some shit. He was about to get his ass fucked up.
Shit, you talking about goddamn Hammer was a gangster. Hey, listen, you boy talking about the biggest gangster getting exposed right now, and Diddy.
The biggest gangster.
The biggest motherfucking gangster getting exposed right now. Like
Daddy.
Gangster.
I mean, it
King
been
Diddy.
happening, but goddamn, that spotlight just so heavy on his woes.
Hey, he handled that shit so quick. Though he handled that shit like, man, we gonna handle that.
So for those who don't know, Bad Boy Records CEO Puff Daddy P Diddy, Brother Love, where the fuck his name is now. This nigga, all that. This nigga just had a lawsuit brought up against him for $30 million by one of his ex-girlfriends, Cassie, rape and all kind of other wild shit that my man was doing to her. And instead of fighting that out in court, he settled that. What, one day?
Next
Day
day
he settled that lawsuit.
So it was in fact 24 hours when he settled that lawsuit.
That's what it seemed like to me. I know it was social media news one day, and then the next day he settled.
God damn.
Won't play no
Like I said, I
game.
knew this shit was fast, but goddamn, you know, I know it was that
Yeah,
fast.
man.
That's fast. Damn.
What the fuck? Yeah,
So the
man. I mean,
go ahead.
no, I'm sitting there saying, like, I mean, I'll just say off the rip, goddamn, that time frame, that's a lot of questions. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was like, he said he don't even want to
You
deal with
know?
it.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I brought this up is because it's like, how do we keep letting these quote unquote monsters fool us? Or are we just that delusional with the people that we call our role models? Because Puffy has exhibited this behavior pretty much since he's been on the public scene. Like one of his first controversies was like people dying at a show that he was throwing because it was over capacity and some shit happened and people died in a stampede coming out the show. And it's like he really should have known better, being that he was a promoter and things like that. So he's always been a little callous with the way that he's treated people. But we've always given Puffy a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Why did Puffy get such a pass? Why?
Boy, listen, I don't think motherfuckers got a choice, boy. The power, man. Come on, man. I don't think my boy got a choice. I think he like, you know, hey, yo, just chill. Yo. I mean, you gotta look out, man. Puffy like a billionaire or something like that, like for real, like a billionaire, ain't it?
Yeah, something like that. Close to that.
Boy, got that
Why
money.
do we hold these people in such high regard?
Because people, well, you know, they feed into the dollar, man. Like you were saying earlier, it's the dollar.
Yeah,
It's all about the money, man.
Did he control a lot of shit, man? He controlled a lot of shit to where it's like anybody. I'm sure when people falling wide wanting to step up, say some real shit, but they got their business venture they trying to do, and goddamn that shit to get cut through so quick. You know what I mean? If they go against the grain of this man, like Diddy definitely one of them guys I feel like is an example of that shit in Hollywood. Like when people making it to the top and like, hey, you don't want to cross that guy there, man. You do that, your career is over. You know, or whatever.
Whatever it take to win.
Yeah, I think Puffy definitely he showed that shit. They like his ambition, like that shit. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie now. Back in the day, I didn't listen to some of his damn speeches, and he taught that motivational shit. And nigga, don't be wrong, he be in the right spirit. But you got to think with that spirit he coming with that relentlessness he has. It's like, you know, like boy, he cut throat.
He's an interesting character because he preaches so much positivity, but the stories that come back about him be so cutthroat and sinister. And we don't believe it when we hear it.
Shit, so I just think
so. Keefe D tells you that he was hired to kill Tupac and Suge Knight. Puffy offered $1 million, and we don't believe it.
Yeah.
What's so hard to
That's
believe?
That's what he said.
What Keefe D said? Yeah.
Oh,
wow, I did not know that part.
Repeat that shit. What you say?
Okay, so y'all. Because
I know Keefe D got locked up. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to catch y'all up real quick on the Tupac saga. We all know Keefe D self-proclaimed himself. He said he was in the car that shot and killed Tupac. He said, Keefe D, he said that he was hired by Puff Daddy to kill Tupac and Suge Knight. And that night is the chance that he took his opportunity to do it. When he said this, he was saying this while he was under oath. He was given a proper agreement or something, confessing to the Tupac murder. Fast forward, he's been arrested and charged in the Tupac murder for the statements that he's given. Now, nobody wants to believe, I'm saying nobody, nobody wanted to believe that Puff Daddy was capable of doing that, of hiring a hitman. So, you know, you don't pay it no attention. Now, in the light of this lawsuit, I know I look at Puff Daddy. Well, I kind of had look at Puff Daddy differently. I kind of always believed that he was capable of doing that because of what was happening. Like Tupac and Suge Knight was talking so much shit about this man. Like, who the fuck is just gonna let somebody do this? So when it was like $1 million to get rid of these niggas, it was not that hard for me to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing all of this up, how did he and people like him? Why do we give these people so much power of, you know, innocence? That, you know, why? Now that he has this loss, now the lawsuit come out, and people still want to give him the, you know, shadow of the doubt. Like, why is she waiting so late to do it now? Like, that's some bullshit. We don't know her. We don't know her story. We don't know what the hell she could have been fighting for something to happen. And being that he's so powerful, nothing could have happened.
Slow the process down.
So, you know, I bring that up, fellas, to act, you know, the why. Why do we give these monsters so much clout?
Shit, with a nigga like Diddy, man, I'm gonna feel like goddamn. Firsthand, there's a lot of careers he gave birth to. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of good shit industry wise, like he done did for folks. You know what I'm saying? But it's more or less like he goes to the highest nature when shit is ill. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you got this whole thing of Diddy stories. That's a whole thing now. Diddy stories, like, because everybody views got so good, you know, they got kind of sneak and talk about the shit you shouldn't be talking about so much. It's so much of that shit. But I just feel like I said, because he got, like, I mean, first thing is that power. You want power for a reason. A guy like him, power driven, like, because he knew, like, the truth. If that is the true nature of this guy, like, if Diddy really is like on the shit, like how these people be trying to say, it really taken for him to possess that type of power to keep that mask. You know?
Yeah, crazy. Like Senator Palpatine in a fucking Star Wars movie, man. That shit crazy. Like you know, like like you got fucking two identities. Like, this is the puppy for the public, and it's something totally different when the camera's off, man. I don't know, but I done heard some weird shit about dude.
We got a comment, fellas, from a Mr. D Miles. Bottom line, Pac and Big was friends, and they was about to work together. And Pac warned Big that Puff was extorting him, and Puff didn't want to get exposed. So he had Pac killed in the same with Big.
Mastermind.
I mean, I could see that shit adding up. I could see that's not period at all. I mean, I don't even know if that's like the fact of the matter or that's just like spoken thing, but I can see all that shit adding up for sure, especially how where we at now with Diddy and shit. Man, check this out. Did you see? All right, Ant Glizzy, he's an affiliate of Shy Glizzy. Okay. And he was giving a story about a time they went over to the studio for Cassie with Wale, because you know Wale, you know them Shy Glizzy, they all from like DC, you know, the DMV area. So that's why they all linked up in the first place. But Wale is going to go do a song with Cassie. And he says that Diddy, you know, he just super like just goddamn, like he just over the top about his woman, you know, when he dealing with them and whatnot. And it was this whole thing about like Wale warned them like, hey, when we get there, don't be looking at Cassie crazy, don't make too much eye contact, this and that. Did he go crazy over this girl, yada yada yada, whatever the fuck, he just trying to do a song. But apparently, goddamn, from Diddy knowledge, the song was supposed to be like Wale do his part and they send it over, and then she do it in a separate studio, not together. You know what I'm saying? This is from Ant. This is how he telling the story. So, anyways, that's supposed to be the stipulation shit. And then, goddamn, all of a sudden, it's like he said him and Shy Glizzy in another room, Wale and Cassie in their little studio shit, doing anything or whatever. Next thing you know, it's these big ass dudes come in and some nigga. They can't really see him and shit like that. A dude in a black sweatsuit, you know what I'm saying, coming through wherever the fuck is Diddy. You know what I'm saying? They said they're going to bust through the room. Goddamn. And it's like some shit going on. They said Diddy closed the blinds, everything, this and that there. And then Glizzy, but Shy Glizzy, them boy run out, try peeking that shit, peeking in the room, see what's going on. They said they hearing a bunch of tussling and rustling and shit like that. They said them boy had Wale over the balcony by his ankles. Like straight up. On his, like he said, on his grandma. Everybody, he said, Diddy, them boy went and turned Wale upside down out there on the balcony, like straight mafia style, about being in the studio with Cassie because he was supposed to. And like they say, like when they came out the room, Wale denied. He's like, yeah, you know, boys trying to accuse me of stuff, man. They ain't like that. They ain't like that. Trying to act cool, you know. But yeah, them boys said straight up, Diddy came in there and straight tangled dog Wale over a balcony behind Cassie, dog. You check that shit out.
I mean, in that same lawsuit, they said that well, they didn't. Kid Cudi car blew up, and it was like at the same time that his car blew up, Puffy made a statement to Cassie about "I'll blow the nigga car up" type shit. So, you know, once again, the reason I'm bringing this up is that we as a community, a hip hop community, we give these people the power to be the way that they are. And why? What the fuck makes these people so important to where, you know, we give them carte blanche to act however the hell they want to act?
Like, what if they really not even that important? What if it's just the system, just, you know, just good marketing? You got great marketing through all the channels and all the media we exposed to, and you know it can appear like a motherfucker got 70 million views, likes, whatever the case may be, and we all know that it can be all false, fake,
smoking mirrors.
Yeah, smoking mirrors, man.
You're right about that shit. That could definitely be a thing.
Go ahead, Kyle, you was about to say something?
Oh no, I'm just saying I'm busy agreeing with him. Like that could very much be a thing. Like, you know, that whole marketing. Because at the same time, dude, this Diddy, man, that boy need deep in the game. Boy, that boy got much knowledge of the game and business moves all around. You know, him and like the Birdman's. Like, come on, I don't, you know, ain't too much out thinking them guys. You know, them boy really worked that 10 steps ahead type shit.
Yeah, you know,
even like, you know,
at this level, right? Nothing is getting out that they don't want out. Like, we're
I mean, all these ties,
or seeing anything that they don't want us to see, right?
Yeah, look at all these ties and communications, connections that they got to people, dog. It's gonna be some ill shit to be said because they done touched so many people, you know. It's just gonna be it's easy to say every bad moment about a motherfucker from like one bad moment from each motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I know I got a couple, man. There's some motherfuckers out there that don't like me. For good reason, you know what I'm saying? So
I know exactly what the fuck you said for sure, but yeah.
So
yeah,
shit,
man, but it could be that, you know what I'm saying? We could be sitting right here. It's like you ain't so much as giving him a pass because at the end of the day, man, shit, we don't really know all them folks and him personally and shit to really be like, man, that nigga did that. He guilty. It's just like, you know, you just making an accusation. But, you know, sometimes, man, that shit
that's what
just
I'm
be
saying, a motherfucker make an accusation about me or you, it will be an investigation. If 2 or 3 people come to a person in authority, police, something will be done to see what is going on with you.
Right.
These niggas, like, they the devious shit that they doing, like, is being told. Like, I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, and I know that he did some wild shit with his girlfriend in New York. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm supposed to know that. But nothing happens. And I just would like to know how the hell you get that. How do you obtain that type of power? Because I want it. I want some of that.
Man, you know how the justice work, man. You got money, you got justice, man.
Yeah.
Unless it's just so bad where you don't kind of, wrong the wrong person or whatever. You got that money, you got justice. Through that system.
I honestly feel like obtaining that type of power, man, you going against your morals or some way, somehow, man.
Yeah, man.
Like you gonna have to get down on some
It's
shit.
funny
that
you bring up the word morals. It's funny you bring that word up.
Yeah.
Where do you think that living with morals is going to get you in this world?
It depends on what arena you're in. It depends on the arena. Like in business, I mean, I don't know. It seems like business, you can't really have morals in the business. More logic and reason.
Especially in the business world where you're beholden to your shareholders.
Yeah.
If you don't make these people money, you will not have a job. You will not have a career. They will vote your ass out.
Pretty much it. Everybody chasing that dangling carrot, man.
So what? So where are we when you know that your morality can be a setback?
Oh, see, listen, dog. Me, like, man, I'm standing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I can't speak for the next man, but me, I'm standing on my shit, dog. Like, I mean, that's just my. I
but your shit is kind of fucked up.
I mean, it is what I'm like, bro. I ain't getting with it.
Listen, I'm not to cut you off.
Yeah,
I can say that because I know you personally, and compared to the biblical definition, Christian definition, American pseudo whatever definition of a moral life, me and you definitely go against the grain with that. Just the views that we have with these people. So it's easy for us to say things about that. But go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just saying that same shit. When it comes down to it, like, you gonna say, I mean, everybody got their price. You know what I mean? And when coming to a price, ain't about necessarily yourself. You be sacrificial for your children, a loved one, and those type of, just those components is where you can kind of really never say never to certain shit because you don't know the circumstances that you be put into to make those type of things, those type of decisions and shit. But I'm just sitting here saying like pursuing a career or something like that. Like me, like I ain't going against my morals and stuff like that for $1.
Right.
Like
for Bugatti.
Sacrifice is a sacrifice, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'll stand on that too, but just off the rip, I can't be bought, man.
How much your soul worth, Bruce?
Oh man, ain't no dollar for it, man, because at the end of the day, that's all I really got. When you strip away all you take away all the materialism, all the other shit. Bro, at the end of the day, all we got is our mind, our soul, our body, man. That's the only thing we can control. We can't control the rest of this shit. But we can control ourselves. Yeah, so shit, that gotta mean something, nigga. I can't sell that shit. Too much freedom, man. It's freedom.
If I believed that there was someone that we could even sell our soul to, which I don't, I might give this motherfucker up, man.
Yeah, you think so?
I might give this motherfucker up, man.
So what's your number then?
I would be willing to, if I would be willing to sacrifice myself for others. So if there was a way for me to be like, all right, when I die, I'm gonna be tortured, but the lineage of the Robinsons will, whatever, take off, always be straight, that type thing. All those that come after me will be good to go. I might sacrifice myself for that.
Sacrifice yourself for that. Okay, that's a noble call.
I would like to think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would like to think that good of yourself. How the fuck will they have morals if they would sacrifice the next nigga to make money?
Right. It's that
Real
dollar.
shit. They still ain't got no fucking morals if they doing shit like that, you know.
Right.
But see, even what you saying, you know, like, that's,
go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's one of them little special situations of like, all right, for the sake of, and it'll mean they super strict. That's all cool and well, but how you here right now getting to it, like, damn, just selling yourself out, like you still going about the way you can go about that shit for your peoples to be straight. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, right now I'm broke, man. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's easy for me to speak righteousness and all of this other shit.
Hey, but don't say you broke. Just say you going through a temporary money, money situation.
Crisis.
He look like nigga. You know what? You about to tell me I ain't broke? He's looking at nigga.
You ain't broke, man. You not broke.
You know that type of shit. So it's easy for me to have my soapbox and to preach what I say is what am I really affecting. But there are people out there that when they talk, that shit affects people's lives, nigga. Like we are,
right.
The Constitution is some white man fantasy from however many 100 years ago that we still have to shape our lives around the system.
Yeah, man. The world is followers. It's filled with followers, and nobody really want to be original and kind of do their own thing. It is, well, I'm going to do this because I was told I got to do this, so it gets done.
Right. Well,
hey, real shit.
Anything else we want to touch on with the Puff Daddy and selling morality, selling your soul and shit like that? I mean, the next conversation that we about to bring up kind of touch on morality also.
Yeah.
So we kind of about to continue.
It's wild, man, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, Puffy wild, man, but he goddamn if he is not Satan, he pretty close in that ring. Like he in the ninth circle.
Man, you don't know that fucking man, dog.
Yeah, he in the ninth circle, dog. He connected, man. That nigga, dog. That nigga is awesome, dog. He is able to get him. He has done worse shit than Suge Knight, but has gotten away with it.
Hey, I tell you, somebody made the comment. The boy said, "When you gonna realize Suge is Diddy and Diddy is Suge?"
Yeah, I saw that. That's what made me think about that shit. Damn, this nigga really is worse than Suge Knight.
Hey, but think about the people who they work for, who help sign their checks. Like you don't know who they are, and they just kind of
right.
Brains, and you be like, yo, you never get caught.
He never get caught.
Never get caught.
Might be good. This is the closest that he's been to this in the shooting with the J-Lo shit. Like he even got away with that.
Oh yeah, man. Damn.
With the Shine shit.
Shine
did all kind of time.
That boy deported or something.
Yeah, this nigga. He got
Shine did all kind of time for that
Jewish braids and all kind of shit now. Like.
Hey man,
them boys say I think that's the reason why J-Lo get from around Diddy and shit, because she knew type of monster shit.
Hey man, they say well, rule what is it? How does it go? First rule in dealing with the devil: don't,
right.
Don't, yeah, don't do it. Shit.
But would you? Puff Daddy come to Columbia, South Carolina tomorrow. Hey. I'm setting up whatever. I'm looking for some graphic designers. I'm looking for some producers. I'm looking for some whatever. Come on through. You going?
I know if I want to surround myself that type of evil.
Yeah, man, you have to be, the paperwork straight and nothing where I got to be long term. Long term, something like, a short amount of time or something like that.
All them other niggas have paperwork too, now.
Nah, but they kind of like, you said graphic design, so from like the artist standpoint, it's a lot of fishy shit that went on with that, but if it's like on some more, graphic design, I know the contract, I know the term. I only got to be around him to do what I need to do.
Man, that's too close, man. He gonna get Bruce, man. He gonna get Bruce. Hey, that shit, the going gonna get good. Hey, that going gonna get better. Hey, you gonna be like, you can venture out, man.
Puff Daddy is the real life devil's advocate.
Hey. Yeah,
Boy, you just might, yeah. Boy, that's a hell of a way to put it. You right, though.
But he's the real life embodiment of Al Pacino.
Of what that shit
in
is.
That movie. Al Pacino was running around New York, reckless, nigga, in that movie. Wild niggas get head underneath the tables and images and all that shit. Puffy doing the same shit, dog. He having bitches fuck his bitch and taping it and shit. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. But he been getting exposed, man. Cause check this out. You remember when damn Usher been talking about being young? I think he was like Usher's like mentor or some shit like that. Usher was living with him, and Usher was talking about wild parties Diddy would throw and shit. Matter of fact, the shit funny as hell, man. Goddamn, not to get too far left with this shit, but Jamie Foxx, just coming back in good health when he was down with his health. That nigga was talking about goddamn Diddy and these weird ass parties and the shit he was doing and whatnot. And that nigga had went down, you know what I'm saying? That nigga been talking about Diddy. That nigga had went down. But the nigga Diddy, it was Usher and Justin Bieber. Like Justin Bieber quit fucking with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And when we talk about all that extra shit. Like
I saw an interview was like when you gonna come party with me. He was asking somebody that shit.
Yeah, he's asking Bieber that shit. He said, hey man, you gonna party with me, man? Yeah. You don't want to kick with me no more? You don't call me no more? like what the fuck?
It just sounded weird, it just sounded
awful. He said some weird shit. That nigga told 50 Cent, yo, man, let me take you shopping.
me and Bruce a little older than you, Kai, so you kind of still in touch with your partying days. But me and Bruce, we had our time, and our times was pretty wild.
Yeah, indeed.
It was pretty, risque type behavior, and we ain't really had much of nothing going on. So you can imagine somebody like the circles that a Puff Daddy runs in.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking in that perspective, do it sound like these parties are that wild?
Yeah, I mean, I pull it this right.
Still think that they are that wild?
Them motherfuckers ain't speaking on this shit. It gotta be. They ain't speaking on this shit. Motherfuckers are talking about a time or two, like, oh man, I was with Snoop, man, and we had did this and we did that, blah blah blah, such and such. And they saying it was just a wild night as they talk about it. Them motherfuckers is sitting here just like, I was like, wow.
Like on some scary shit.
Say nothing about it. Say something about it, they might disappear.
Damn.
If they too much.
Yeah, man, this shit, I don't know. I just get the impression that they're getting at a lot more with that unsaid shit.
Without saying it,
I don't even want to go that far. Fuck that.
Some eyes wide shut type shit.
Yeah, because I mean, just how you talking, maybe between y'all two, the parties y'all did. Huh?
I guess I'm fucked up, man. Eyes wide shut. Shit, that shit ain't seem that bad to me. I mean, a bunch of fucking, like, all right, okay. I fuck. I know what sex looks like. It's not that fucking bad. It's not that crazy for me to be around other people having sex. It just ain't like that shit. Don't make me act no type of way. But other people are so icked out about sex, but that's how they got here.
Yeah.
What is
I don't know, man. I just it could be who is having the sex. You know what I'm saying? In fact,
like a wild orgy doesn't seem that bad to me.
I don't know.
I guess they be like with the eyes wide shut thing. It's like the invisible strings that get attached after being exposed to that inner circle.
The blackmail that can happen, huh?
Yeah. All the other shit. Then you just like a puppy, you Pinocchio went out.
But see, if you take the stigma out of what happened, then there is no blackmail. Well, I guess that's just me.
Yeah, you have to come clean. You come clean, then they ain't got no strings on you. But
man,
move different, clean, depending on what you did.
That's where the power come from. That's where a nigga like Puffy power come from.
information.
I done got this dirt on you, right? Me and you done
Right.
did this, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you too scared. Yeah, you too scared for the truth to come to the light. So now I got something on you. And that's why Cassie won. Because Cassie don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right.
Fuck it. Everybody know my business now, and I don't give a damn. Bitch, you gonna pay me a good chunk of change for that shit, though.
Yeah, because I'm sure if it came down to like something in the courts of like something that he could appeal, he would have to admit to something shameful or some shit.
If it go to trial, if it goes to trial, you have to tell the truth in front of the judge, or go to fucking jail.
Mm-hmm.
So
he said he ain't trying to hit none of that shit. He
I think his legal team put something out like that. Doesn't mean that he was guilty or some shit. Or I don't know.
Bullshit.
And he probably done went, but he done doubled up on the power. He done got the power back on her though. Now I'm sure he put a gag, some shit in that mix for that payout though.
He already done took a hit, man. That's a big hit to take to your reputation. It's one of the 48 laws of power.
That shit ain't stopping.
He probably owns so much stuff. You know, he got so many assets that he can disappear. He'll be making his money. We wouldn't even know it.
Yeah, that nigga ain't stopping, man. Trust me.
Yeah, he ain't stopping.
For guys like him, that's always an option that they never take. Too much hubris. Too much. They love being in the spotlight too much to think about just, hey man, let me disappear and get the fuck away from all of this wild shit.
Nah, man, they love the energy, man.
They love it, man.
Love that shit.
Shit gonna destroy their ass, man. At the same time, because he got too much. He too niggerish for the mainstream, and they always gonna have something on him, and he gonna go down for that. If Keefy D is able to show any type of paper trail, he going down for Tupac murder.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that one out a little later on my own time there, but I ain't no brother say all that. Like what?
Oh man, hell yeah, that's what making the Cassie thing even bigger, because it's like, oh, he's capable of the Tupac shit.
Right. Yeah, the jig is up. That's what's going on with Diddy. Man. The jig is up.
Surviving Diddy. That's the next documentary. Surviving Diddy. Kai, go ahead. Take us out, man. What's the last topic we touching on tonight, man?
Shit, the last topic I taking on, man, tonight, the shit that just kind of got me in awe just a bit, is this whole Snoop in this tree, man. Like Snoop saying he got them putting the blunts down and shit. Yeah, it's like the way he put the shit now, I say it with respect, because he said him and his family talked it out, apparently. Right. You know what I'm saying? Got the family involved. Privacy. I feel like that's a little pun. I think that nigga been being jokey that whole respect my privacy this fucking time shit. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all think it's serious?
I think it's definitely a serious thing that's happening or whatever the fuck. I just feel like that was a little pun, but I think it's like, man, like for Snoop to quit the weed, it's like what the fuck? What's come of that shit? Because he's been an advocate for weed, you know what I'm saying? As if like this shit is good in health, stuff like that.
I would definitely say he's one of the people that made legalization possible.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? And it's just like, goddamn, it's just like, bro, for him to have a change. Well, like I said, the family involved. So obviously, like, we don't know what type of person that shit makes him behind closed door for his family. How that shit really is he really not mellowed out? You know what I'm saying? Is that shit really a fucking problem? Like the shit just ain't doing what it used to do for him. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of really want to know what the fuck changed. Like why? Like what the fuck? Like why the hell a nigga like Snoop Dogg will stop doing what the fuck he been doing, what he known for? You understand? Because he known for the shit. Like you could came up with some jingle for some cookies back in the day. He forever the jingle cookie guy. Like, you know, he ain't got that shit was suck. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure this shit could get old. But for Snoop, like I said, for just the relationship he got with marijuana and shit, like why the fuck would that nigga?
Like everybody has the weed Snoop story.
Yeah,
you know, the little celebrities and shit, when they try to promote whatever the hell they want to promote, and they want to bring up the story about them being cool, they'll bring up them smoking weed with Snoop. and the
I'm
nigga
trying
is
to
like
tell you.
iconic with this shit, man. Like nobody
All
gonna
right, come on, man.
outsmoke Snoop, and
Yeah, yeah.
it does make you think.
Like, what if
It's
it's a
like
publicity stunt for him to put another album out or some shit?
that's why I'm saying some shit like that too, because that's just some wild ass shit for Snoop to say. Like that shit wild for Snoop to say, yeah, I'm quitting the weed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It
nigga,
makes
what?
such a public statement about it.
Yeah.
You would just
And
quit.
just like
Like, I don't-
goddamn, and that's why I feel like goddamn, like Bruce might be on to something because it's like, why the fuck he made a public statement about the shit? You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't trying to capitalize,
Yeah,
you know, because nigga could, why would he just be going around Hollywood doing his usual shit and everybody trying to pass it? And no, I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Why ain't just so natural in his life? The nigga really had to say, hey, yo, hey, world, I ain't doing this shit no more, bro. You
It's a
know?
distraction.
So
It's a distraction.
it could be a move, but maybe it's something
what they trying to distract us from, Bruce?
I don't know, man.
Oh, what they got in the works, man? They using Snoop Dogg quitting weed. I think Meek Mill came out after him and said he been quitting too.
Cool.
Meek Mill said he been quitting too.
Email say you quitting too, huh?
Yeah.
and he
Next
just dick
thing you know, the
riding.
boy gonna have a report talking about how weed bad for you.
Oh shit.
Man, my whole thing about it, right? If Snoop, I'm gonna say like, if it was something like for real, like, and he doing it for the better and himself and shit like that, kudos to him and shit, or whatever the fuck. But hey, I'll still be fucking blazing. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop is very influential and shit. Like I fuck with Snoop. Snoop, man, listen, walking, living icon, living legend. You know what I'm saying? Like it really ain't getting no bigger than a motherfucker like Snoop Dogg in this today. You know? For real, for
Let's be
real.
real for a second. Do you feel like you're addicted to it? Do you feel as though this marijuana is an addiction?
I mean, that shit is addicting, but like that shit
Bruce?
also is like, you know,
I don't know. I think it's more so like a habit. I think it was harder to quit cigarettes than smoking, smoking weed. It just seemed like, I don't know, because I remember times I was in college, I just stopped smoking weed for like, months or so, like a 2 or 3 month binge or, hiatus or whatever. But
right.
one is easy to stop as easy as I can just stop smoking weed because, I don't go to work high.
See, it was easy as hell for me to stop smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I kind of had family trauma connected to the cigarette. So like every time I look at the cigarette, it's like some other shit going on besides I just don't like smoking. With this weed, there has never been a time in my life where I have not smoked weed since about 12, 13. It's times where I've been made to like being incarcerated, and even then, it's not like if I didn't got to the shit, I wouldn't have smoked the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I've like Snoop Dogg, I've kind of built an identity for myself through marijuana. Like go back to middle school, high school, and they give your descriptions of a person. One of mine will be that it smokes weed type shit.
Yeah.
Rio with the weed. And
Yeah.
for me, and in our circles, that's a positive image to have, as opposed to some other ones that you can't have.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So, what does that mean? What is that telling me? What is that telling us? That where being associated with a drug can be positive for you in your social life, just like with alcohol. Just it's cool to be the person that can drink someone under the table.
Yeah, right. That is
That's a
thing.
badge of honor.
Yeah.
And I drink me, nigga. What is that?
I don't know you motherfuckers who be on that shit. I'll drink all you motherfuckers. I'm be on that shit.
On it heavy. And I mean, you live your life by that. That is an identity for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you without that?
I mean, yeah,
I
definitely a lot of.
guess that's the question that is dealing with. with his family publicly. Who are you? Who are you in this world?
Right?
Mhm.
Like, I guess so. I guess it's like maybe a conversation that could be happening with him and his fam is like all the shit he done conquered on marijuana and always got that shit in. But if, take a break from the shit or fall back from it, what else could he expand to,
No,
some
yeah.
shit like that, possibly. But also, I'm gonna just take it back with Dan Bruce saying, like, with making room for the next move and shit. Is like, what the fuck, skeptics like, nigga, what? You gotta be so grand about quitting this damn weed, though.
Yeah, you probably smoking right now.
When so many people have fought for the right to smoke weed,
like,
knowing that
I
what he says can hurt. Snoop Dogg quitting, like now you're losing an advocate for your fight to legalize it on a federal level.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's about like he ain't giving no extra statement. All he ever said was just that one thing. He hasn't even went in depth about this yet, right?
No, not
so
at
basically,
all.
Mostly everything is hypothetical about how he quit. Like, yeah,
Oh,
like
I mean,
said,
everything that we saying right now is just us talking shit.
Yeah.
But he got damn. I feel like, man, it gotta be some type of business endeavor, man, that he probably fucking with that maybe work without him being so associated with weed. Like, he wouldn't be taken serious because of him being known for the weed, and he can do something a little more major now if he goes and says, hey, I don't stand for this no more. Like, because the shit is for a very much reason, a bigger reason than just the conversation amongst him and his family, dog. I'll say that much. I believe that.
Shit like that.
Yeah,
say that one time.
I said, I hope it's not, no health issue or anything like that. I hope it's just he just decided to quit.
Right.
He is an older man.
Yeah, he do a lot of shit. That nigga real active, boy. Snoop dabble in every fucking thing.
He does not smoke like a regular person.
No.
Yeah, that nigga get plenty wild parties in his day and shit. So
I mean, either way, man, I wish the best for Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, this is a hell of a decision he's having to make in his life.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to. I had to like Instagram every now and
then. It just makes me question. It just makes me ask myself, why am I so much on it? Why am I on the bus so much for it? I mean, I like the shit. It just makes me feel cool.
Relax and chill
the fuck out, man. Like, I'm already an introspective. It's hard out here, man. This world dealing with this shit in this society, dog, is not fucking easy for your mental, man.
Yeah, shit ain't no cakewalk. For real, hell no.
So,
it's a good release. I tell you what's better than drinking too much alcohol. I much rather smoke a bunch of blunts than drink a bunch of alcohol.
That's how I feel too, man.
For sure.
I was a
that's what I
manager, Jimmy John's for a good bit, and I had to work the 3 a.m. shift, meaning we close at 3, so you're catching the bar rush. And I would see drunk person after drunk person, in the way that these motherfuckers would come in here and just like, because they're drunk, now I have the right to act like an asshole. And it was just the sheer amount of people that felt that way. Like they just felt entitled to it because of
motherfucker just be like, yeah, this is the thing, like, hey, I'm drunk, blah blah blah,
of this alcohol. And that shit made me like, man, if that is how I act when I'm drunk, I can't do it, because I don't want. That's not the that's not how I want to be seen. I want to be seen on some James Bond shit, and that's very anti James Bond. So
hell yeah,
like Tyrone Biggums and shit.
Yeah, that shit.
But our people love it. Does that speak toward the depression, or am I just being too uptight?
Oh man, everybody like to get their little escape away from reality, you know.
Yeah, I guess some people
That's
just
just
don't
like
know
a
their
more
limit.
common way.
There's a good bit of motherfuckers that don't know their limit. Man.
Yeah, they don't know their limit, man. Niggas always trying to break the limit and shit.
So if we know that motherfuckers will always break the limit, what's the point in rules?
Oh man, listen, moderation. You got moderation, balance, because think about it like this right here. Like for all the rules set, there's already a lot of motherfuckers that's living by that shit. You know what I mean? It's just for like the majority, if will. You know, because like whoever set the rules, you know what I'm saying, just really set these shit though. You know that it's like imaginary lines. You know,
Right.
like
Oh,
just because
yeah.
yeah, it's like, you know, it's just because you be saying, oh, you can't do this, or you'll get a ticket, or whatever the fuck, you know.
Right,
Now
right.
it's just all about if you get caught. He ain't saying you can't
Yeah.
do it. You know what I mean? Something wrong
Yeah.
if you get caught. Type shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
So I just think
rules
it's,
now they keep come up with a strategy, you know, to reach your goal. What you got to do to get around this damn rule, this imaginary line and shit. That'd be crazy.
yeah. Because I mean, think about how
You
many
gotta be.
times.
That's what the Prince is all about.
Look at it like this right here, man. Like, all right, us, it's all black men and shit like that. We all encounter police and can talk on some ill shit with police. Just on the strength that we can sit here and say, well, actually, I dealt with a cool cop. But this cop, I seen me speeding. I know he seen me speeding and he ain't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And being like, yeah, man, I know he smelled that weed, shit like that. But yeah, he ain't fuck with me. These motherfuckers know the law is getting broken. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just the balance of the shit, you know what I mean? Now when
Yeah,
everybody start
come
getting
across
shit
the
all
right way.
willy-nilly, you know, when shit start getting a little out of hand and shit like that, then the crackdowns, you got all this other shit going on, you know, the fucking 7-Elevens or whatever, the floating roadblocks and shit like that coming to be. Like, I'm not talking about on the average holiday roadblocks and shit. That's when you get them random ass shit, because it's like, damn, everybody's speeding their ass off in this area.
Yeah, everybody's speeding too much, man. Like, ain't no balance. Like, when the shit getting, if it spill over too much, then the boys gonna have to lock down on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, you gotta chill out sometimes. You making shit too hot.
Right, that whole shit, like cracking down. Like, what the fuck is cracking down? Like, shouldn't the rules just be the rules and y'all just watching out for that? You talking about cracking down? That tells you that shit is being like you lean as fuck with it. Like, some shit can be broken. Like, you know, you can turn your head a time or two.
Yeah, somebody shoots a politician, the whole city shut down.
Oh man,
yeah, you can have 100 people shot in a weekend, and you know that's business as usual.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, man, that shit just flew up though.
Like I said, man, I want to figure these. I want to know these answers just so I can get some of it. I want some of it. I'm probably going to abuse it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you're honest, shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Come on, man. You make me the president.
That's some shit.
Come on, man. Well, at least you know who gonna eat.
Yeah, for sure.
That's for damn sure. Who gonna get a piece? If you a South Carolina resident that you fucking own.
Right.
Well, guys, we got anything else we want to touch on, hit on before we get up out of here? We done give them a nice hour and some change.
I'm gonna say,
good topics.
Well, shit, Bruce. I mean, since you a guest on the show, is there anything that you got going on that you want to promote to the people before we get out of here?
Oh, well, you know, I got a new video I'll be releasing this coming Thursday on YouTube. So everybody go to the Tony Bruce TV, you know, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, hit that bell, and you'll get it as soon as it drops this Thursday. It's called Soul Flip. So it's pretty much this, man, just lyrical acrobatics, man. That's it. None too major, none too heavy. Lyrical acrobatics and a pretty simple creative video.
All right, boom, there you have it. Tony Bruce TV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to his Instagram, Tony Bruce TV. Facebook, Tony Bruce TV also.
Yeah.
Facebook, all of those. But dog, dope artists, dope graphic designer services is available. Y'all niggas just come talking the right business. We ain't with that bullshit.
Oh no. Appreciate y'all having me on here. I'll keep on pushing, man.
Yeah, man. I would love to have you to come back through whenever you get a chance, whenever you get a time.
It was a good chat, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
You see, this is what we do, man. We just try to talk about life, man. Let's just see what the fuck. Let's just see what's really going on. Say that again.
The artillery mix coming around about 2 months.
Yeah, that would be nice. We was part of a group called Artillery. He was pretty fucking heavy, man. Me, Bruce, Weezy, Scrap, Mossy B, P.
Yeah.
Those was the actual rappers, and then we actually had Steve. He was basically the fucking hype man. John Boy, shout out John Boy. Shout out Cap.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty other names that I can name right now. Cookie Man.
Oh yeah. Well,
Click up, man.
Man, we had a cult following, nigga. Like for real. I'm a cult leader.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, man. I hear your boy talk about that shit. Your boy got the fucking. Your boy go back to like the glory days. Your boy sit right there and do the whole bubble, walking back.
Oh shit! I ever get on.
When your boy be talking about that shit right there, I'll be painting a scene like in a different world. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was way different in a different world. Way different. But a different world did inspire me to go to college. Like that put it in my brain that it was possible for me to do something besides whatever.
Yeah,
I really didn't have dreams of being anything in high school. It was like, man, you're gonna graduate and then go sell drugs, like that's just what it's gonna be. So I don't know, man. So me being able to experience a Benedict, that shit changed my fucking life. Really did. Really did. It was like I had hope to do something.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to college.
Shout out to college.
Man, shout out to HBCUs, man. Give us opportunities and shit.
Even if you don't graduate, which would be pretty fucking dumb because boy, the student loan debt that you're gonna get, Lord Jesus, that's another conversation. But still, you need to go. You still need to experience something. You have to get out of your town or city. You just have to get out so that you can get that training, that social bonding with other people in other places and other walks of life, whether it be college, whether it be the military, whether it be, a Job Corps type skill training type shit, man. You got to do it. You just got to get the fuck out of your nest. And I hate to say this, but for some people it happens when they go to jail too.
Shit.
That's fucked up, but
right.
Happens. And that's when you get the super criminals and shit like that. So it's like, let's try to get our people to go towards the school route and less the jail route, and you'll have, just an overall better community, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to stop criminals because we was basically some fucking criminals.
The only thing stop criminals, they gonna have to share the wealth, man. Like most criminals do what they do because they lack. When I say lack, they need, baby on the way, they need resources and shit. That's all it is. Motherfuckers have lack of resources, so I gotta go get it, or where the system have good dudes come out of, bad luck, whatever, you come out, you got them on your record, that shit on there forever, man. They like tell motherfuckers you done paid your debt to society, but you get out, you really ain't paid your debt to society, you pay your debt. So it's just like, y'all know how the game go.
Yeah, the scarlet letter. You got to wear that A for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah.
And, so
and you're being judged by people that ain't no motherfucking better than you. That's the crazy part about this shit.
Crazy shit. You be in that motherfucker and you be like, God damn.
Yeah, man. I'm guilty of. I'll give you the hand. I'm guilty of murder. But you're guilty of negligence. You neglected the motherfucker that ended up being the person that ended up committing the murder. So where is your
Right.
culpability in that action for you to be pass such a strict or harsh judgment on someone?
Right.
But these are all things that we could think about, talk about during the week, and the next time that we get together, fellas, we'll chop it up some more.
Oh
So-
yeah. Already.
So, thanks to the audience for sitting with us for a little while and listening to us just talk our
Appreciate
shit
y'all every time.
while we high on our drugs, talking about why we get high on our drugs,
Talking that shit.
that type shit. And y'all enjoy y'all evening. Hopefully we'll be back next Sunday. We got 2 in a row. We're going for 3.
Yeah, we go for
I
three,
would love
man.
to see it.
Yeah.
I would love to see it happen. And check out some of the interviews that I've done. The latest one I've done, I've just interviewed Mr. Tory Weldon on the Black Dollars Media YouTube channel. Keep on pushing. We out here. We just been nominated for a SUMA award. So vote for us coming this January so that we can take home that award for the best podcast in Carolina. And other than that, y'all have a good night.
Oh yeah. Best podcast
Till
in the
next
world.
time, fellas.